Back in 2007, the U.S. Mint started a brand new dollar series to honor former United States presidents. As part of this new dollar series, the U.S. Mint would also release a special number of collections known as the Presidential Coin and Chronicle sets. These unique sets would go on to become immediate collector must-haves due to their incredibly low mintages and the fact that they were some of the most beautiful sets made by the U.S. Mint in quite some time. Tonight we have two sets honoring one of the most iconic families in the history of the United States. I'm of course talking about the Roosevelts, specifically the 2013 Teddy Roosevelt Coin and Chronicle set and the 2014 Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the FDR set, both still in the original government packaging. They're two of the rarest coin and chronicle sets released by the United States Mint. The 2013 set honoring Teddy Roosevelt is item number 905-5929. It's 905-5929. And while our limited supplies last, that Teddy Roosevelt set is just $199.95. And at that price, we are more than $75 less than our nearest competition for that rare 2013 set. The following year, the U.S. Mint would release a set honoring another Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the man of the iconic March of Dimes. That 2014 FDR set is item number 905-5679. It's 905-5679. And those sets are just $99.95, less than $100 for the iconic set honoring FDR himself. At that price, we are more than $115 less than our nearest competition for the same 2014 FDR Coin and Chronicle set. These sets would have incredibly small mintages, just 15,144 for the 2013 Teddy Roosevelt and just 19,159 for the 2014. At mintages beneath 20,000, they are some of the rarest coin and chronicle sets in the entire series. To put it into perspective, the wildly popular Kennedy Coin and Chronicle set had a mintage of 50,000 and sold out in less than a few hours. These sets are more than twice as rare and honor one of the most iconic families in the history of the United States presidency, the Roosevelts. Now, let's talk about the coins in these individual Coin and Chronicle sets. We'll start with the 2013 Teddy Roosevelt. This set contains a 2013 San Francisco proof presidential dollar struck at the San Francisco Mint, and then you'll see two special medallions. A special silver medallion that would be the first of its type ever produced in U.S. Mint history, and that would feature a silver eagle planchet as the piece used to create that special medallion. The second would be a bronze medallion that you can see here, and these would honor the life of Teddy Roosevelt. That bronze medallion would also have the 2003 bald eagle design that was originally going to be used for the 100th anniversary of the National Wildlife Refuge System. And that's because Teddy Roosevelt is considered by many to be the father of that organization. He's also the person that the teddy bear was named after. A unique story tied to while he was out hunting, he came across a bear cub. And while everyone else cleared out so he would have a clean shot at the young cub, because while it was just a cub, it was a very large one, Roosevelt couldn't take the shot. He viewed it simply unsporting to shoot a small bear cub that had no chance whatsoever. And as that story gained steam, a local mom and pop shop would start making little teddy bears, and they asked the White House, can we start calling them teddy bears in honor of Teddy Roosevelt? It would go on to become its own moniker, and it's now something that every child has at least one of in their lives. This 2013 set was a beautiful, massive collection that also contained a 4x6 print honoring his iconic military service. He is the father of the Rough Riders and led an invasion of Puerto Rico while on horseback in the face of heavy machine gun fire. He was a man unlike any other, and it's why his Coin and Chronicle sets are some of the most sought after today. In fact, with just 15,144 total sets struck, the 2013 is the rarest Coin and Chronicle set made by the US Mint in the history of this program. Our competitors are asking for over $280 for this set when you can find it in the original government packaging. We are more than $80 less at just $199.95. When you can find just the silver medallion by itself, that piece is retailing for upwards of $90 alone. Now let's move on to the 2014 FDR set. He is one of the more iconic presidents because he focused on the everyday lives of the American people while in office, and his set reflects that history of service. FDR is iconic for being the man who would create the March of Dimes, and it's why when it came time to change the dime, he was the shoo-in. And there you can see the 2014 S-Proof Roosevelt dime that is from this set. You're also going to receive a proof presidential dollar from the San Francisco Mint as well, alongside two medallions, just like the Teddy set, a silver struck from the Silver Eagle Planchette, and a special bronze medallion. On top of that, you're also going to receive 4 special stamps commemorating and honoring the life of FDR. They are a 1, 2, 3, and 5 cent stamp. The 1 cent stamp features the iconic Hyde Park, his beloved home in New York. The 2 cent stamp would be the Little White House, which paid tribute to the president's frequent and favorite retreat located all the way down in Warm Springs, Georgia. The 3 cent stamp would feature the actual White House itself, and it is a very picturesque scene. And then the 5 cent stamp, the last in this collection, would show the 4 freedoms, a globe inscribed with his 4 famous words: the freedom of speech, religion, from want, and from fear. Teddy Roosevelt and FDR are without a doubt some of the most iconic presidents in the history of the United States, so it only made sense that their collections would become some of the most sought-after Coin and Chronicle sets released by the United States Mint. These are the sleeper collections that were part of the Presidential Dollar series, and that series has grown in popularity as the years have gone on, with these Coin and Chronicle sets being more sought after every single year. Because once you get your hands on these rare sets, they rarely ever leave a collection. When you can find the 2014 FDR set with our competition, they want $215 for it. We are more than $115 less at just $99.95. And more than $80 less for the Teddy Roosevelt sets and more than $115 less for the FDR sets. These special Roosevelt Coin and Chronicle sets are not going to last long. We typically have to search the entire country, going to every single coin show, looking specifically for these sets, and we typically, after spending the whole year searching, only have a handful of each in stock. Don't miss your chance. Grab these rare Coin and Chronicle sets while you still can. The 2013 Teddy Roosevelt is the rarest ever made in US Mint history, and the follow-up in 2014 FDR is right behind them with a mintage of 19,159 total sets. These collections are the envy of our competition at just $199.95 for the Teddy Roosevelt and just $99.95 for the FDR. With the phone lines completely backed up, it is time for us to be moving on. If you have you on the line, please don't hang up. You do not want to miss out on your chance to own these rare pieces of presidential and US Mint history. But with that being said, it's time for us to be moving on. Let's see what's coming up next.